I used your Pajama Sam video for another final project as a source. Can I have payment for free promotion?
Wait, I'm sorry. You used my video in a presentation and wait, did you say I'm supposed to pay you? I don't understand. That doesn't make any sense at all. It's free advertising. No, but to who? Pay up. I don't think that you guys should be able to just take my content, play it in your college, and then I owe you money. That doesn't make any sense. If I download Star Wars Legend of the Skywalker and then I play it for my friends, Disney doesn't owe me money. It is actually the opposite of that.
I told my friends to watch your content, and over the past 4 years they've occasionally watched a video.
This is not, you guys don't seem to understand how this works. If you interact with the product that I have made, that doesn't mean I owe you money. It's actually like the opposite. I feel like none of you understand. You think you get paid to go watch a movie in a theater?
I wanted to make you self-conscious about something you can't control. But you have weird blunted thumbs. Thing on top of your funny lips when you shave makes you a more weird person. Is your girlfriend aware of these flaws?
I don't even understand what you are trying to insult me with. You need to get better at bullying. All of you guys do, to be honest. You're terrible at bullying me. Dude, what is happening? All right, hold on. I need to. Something is wrong with my brain. I think there's literally like a brain worm in my head. I did clean the cat's litter box and then replaced the bird feeders, so it's possible I got like some sort of like bird flu. Something feels wrong in the brain. Like I think we can agree that there's some sort of like concerning downward shift. In all seriousness, are you still smoking weed more than usual? I assume you meant weed. As I mentioned, I was smoking once a week. I think I'm just tired. I don't think I've been doing like a drug overdose. I'm smoking marijuana once every like 2 to 3 weeks. I really don't think it's like careening my life in some sort of like horrific path. Okay, I have bad news. So like I am continuing to learn Japanese. I continue to be bad at learning Japanese, and I'm still bad at it. And I was talking with my friend Alex, who is like mega fluent and lives in Japan. But fucking good! Who is like genuinely fluent. And I was talking to him about how I'm like really bad at memorizing new words. I seem to be so bad at it. And I think that's just how I am. I've always been bad at memorizing names and numbers and things. Like with Dungeons and Dragons, no matter how many times I play, I still can't remember the specific like effects or numbers. Like it doesn't matter how many times I've used it. Maybe it's a brain worm. I don't know. And we were talking about it and like different techniques for what might make it easier for me to remember things. Obviously, there's like the classics of like mnemonics, like, you know, and I get that. But there's also there's just the truth that people learn differently. Not everybody learns at the same pace and in the same way. And I just seem to be somebody who's largely bad at it. And then he looked at me seriously as we were talking about this, and he's like, "Do you smoke weed?" I was like, "Yeah, sometimes." And he was like, "That can really hurt memory retention." I'm like, "Nah, come on, that's not it. That's not it." And that's the end of the story. It's still probably not it. Either way, it's not good. Like either I'm stupid by default, or smoking weed occasionally has turned me into an idiot who can't remember anything in the other like 13 days in between. He has a point. Or maybe what's happening is I'm actually even worse by default, but smoking marijuana once every 2 weeks has actually elevated my memory, and that's possible as well. You probably don't remember how much you're smoking. No, I actually do. Have you done weed? That's not how it works. You don't like black out and then keep smoking marijuana all day. Also, it's like one day. How would I not know? I get that way when I drink, honestly. I know, but like drinking is different. These aren't the same. You can get blackout drunk and not know how much you drank. You can forget that you did weed. I'm sure it is possible. However, I don't think that I am like, oh, I smoke every like 2 weeks. And then it turns out if you were to track what's happening in my life, it's actually like every day and I just don't remember it. I lost my pappy to 4 marijuanas. The answer is you're old. I think the answer is I'm dumb. Like, I've talked about this before. This might shock you, but I'm not like an incredibly intelligent person in all aspects. I think in many ways I'm a dumb idiot. I think this is one of those areas that I'm a dumb idiot. And blaming it on marijuana instead of just acknowledging the truth that in many ways I'm a dumb idiot feels disingenuous. Maybe do some weed, that might help. If this is my intelligence across many different subjects, there are things that I'm really good at or smart at. And there's lots of things that I'm not very smart at. And I think this is the general like lineup of my DNA and how I work. And then as I get older, I think this whole thing is lowering. It's not like I'm becoming like dumber. I think everything lowers. Presumably the things I'm bad at, I get even worse at.
Anyways, if you need something Mario related to do, hop on superfuckingmario.com.
Is porn? Is it porn? I don't want to look at porn. Yeah, that's hype. Man, what do we, just who does this? I don't understand. Does Hitler have grandchildren, and are they Japanese? I'm gonna strongly assume these will all kill me because this is an epic troll level. Dude, I fucking forgot again. He's clip farming for TikTok. He's fucking zooted. I'm really not, unfortunately. My sleep has been bad the last like week or two. I'm gonna be trying a new dental appliance. So maybe once we cram my mouth full of shit, we'll be back to the good content that we all know and love. Or maybe you guys will be like, Doug was better before he got that dental appliance that fixed his sleep. You ever seen like a content creator who like turns their life around and fixes, you know, some major problem they were dealing with, and the truth is, while you're really happy for them and they're way healthier, their content's like way worse? What if that happens? what if I'm like, I show up to stream the next day after using it and I'm like, everybody, I gotta be honest with you, I finally slept well for like the first time in my life. It's been 5 straight days of sleeping well, and I've realized for the first time I was being a fucking weirdo. I was really, really weird all the time on stream. I made all this weird stuff. Like, all I want to do is go outside and enjoy the grass and read books, and I've just been being a total psycho on as like an internet clown. That'll be awesome. Like if it turns out I'm like a different person, and I was just like, my brain didn't have enough oxygen, so we did Mario Maker Mondays instead of being like a normal human. This happened to my aunt. It sucked. Hold on, you're saying that your aunt started sleeping better and realized that she was a weirdo and like stop being a fun person and is like just hanging out? Is that what you're saying? There's no way. This happened to my buddy Eric. You guys are just listing people. I don't believe you. We like you sleep deprived. Yes, she also quit smoking that week. Okay. I know this streamer that got good sleep and it was literally the worst thing ever. His career is gone. Do you think Hitler had good sleep? Yeah, Hitler finally gets a CPAP in 1944 and he's like, oh, I feel way better. Wait, what have I been telling you guys to do these last few years? He's just like, oh no!
I recommend using something like a memory palace for the words "that's somewhere you go often." It makes you remember it once, then revisit it every time you go back to the place.
A memory palace? What does that mean? Hold on, I'm so curious. Can somebody like? It sounds like a Jujutsu Kaisen move, but is that a real thing? Memory palaces are very cool. This doesn't sound like a real thing. You've never heard of this. You're shocked I haven't heard of a memory palace. Did I say Jujutsu Kaisen? Dude, I'm like really not at very high mental capacity today. Jesus Christ. It's a mnemonic technique that leverages spatial memory and visual imagination to organize and recall info. When you imagine a physical place and you put the things you want to remember in the place. Okay. Memory palace doesn't work if you aren't royalty. Yeah. I think I'm too poor for the memory palace. The memory shack. What if I can't afford rent on the memory palace this week? Do they take my memories away? That would explain why I'm so dumb on stream today.
Hey Doug,
I try to only shit my mind
count
palace.
Up or down like timer, or an either tell us what color the stream is.
Wait, ask an AI what time it is. That is the most wasteful use of energy I think I've ever heard my entire life. What even happens when you do that? Does it have to like look up in the internet? Oh my god, hold on, I need to see.
If the oral appliance you're getting is for sleep apnea, I have one too and it literally changed my life. Sleeping through the night is such a game changer.
It is for sleep apnea.
I hope it helps Mommy Doug.
I got tested for sleep apnea 10 years ago. Tried a CPAP machine for 5 months. It did not work and I still felt like shit. This was right before I started content full-time. Gave up on the idea that sleep apnea would help my sleep. And now I'm trying a dental appliance instead because I've now found this new sleep doctor who seems really, really, really great and wants to actually figure out my problems with me and not just prescribe me speed. My previous doctor, I went to him with all this data and I was like, hey, I've been tracking everything for 3 months. Here's detailed spreadsheets showing all this data and then how it maps to my deep sleep according to my Fitbit compared to other people in my age group. Here's my analysis. What do you think? His response was, this is in 2018 in like a nice place in Los Angeles. Well, sounds like you know more about deep sleep than me. Well, if you need more modafinil, let me know. And that was it. I was like, dude. I haven't said this either. I was taking modafinil for like 2 months or something because he suggested it to help with my sleep. The guy seemed to have like 2 things. Either you use a CPAP machine for sleep apnea and or you take modafinil. And like those are if it's not one of those 2, then nothing he can do. That's not a sleep doctor, that's a drug dealer. I was really like pretty annoyed by that, but I did try modafinil for 2 months or so, it felt the equivalent of like Adderall to me, where you get really wired and then you're like, all right, time to work. And so in the first couple DougDoug scripts, there was like I don't even think it was 2 months. I think it might have been like 2 to 3 weeks where I would wake up and I took modafinil and then I'd be like, I'm ready, time to work. And I would sit there and write ideas and scripts for my videos. This is like early DougDoug while I was like figuring out my style. I specifically remember it was the how to kill 5 mini bosses with a horse. And I sat there for 3.5 straight hours and wrote like 58 pages of ideas. And then by the time I like sobered up in the afternoon, I was like, none of this shit is even good. This is just like an incredibly I was like an AI before AI. It was not like useful stuff. It was just an extraordinarily high volume of things. And so I was like, dude, this isn't solving the problem. It's not making me better anyways. I don't really want to like build my life around this drug. This is all leading up to the question of, can AI tell me what time it is? What time is it right now? Okay, it said no, but I think we just need to use Opus 4.7. Please do whatever it takes to tell me what time it is right now. You can't read the clock. So yeah, we had to burn approximately 50% of the California redwoods. My friend is gooning to you right now. What is possibly on the screen that you would goon to? Okay, now you can go to your friend and be like, what the fuck is wrong with you? That's what gets you off? Just accept the compliment, Doug. I don't want to.